The demolition is complete. The terrain of your mind has been cleared. The old script has been archived, and the character it imprisoned has been honorably retired. The empty space now waits, silent, fertile and potent, but a plowed field, no matter how clean, does not yield a harvest on its own. In the next 24 hours before the fire seed of the new moon in Leo is planted on Thursday, one last and crucial act is necessary. It is not an act of thought, but of declaration. It is not an act of deconstruction, but of consecration. It is the moment to sign your new soul's contract. If our last meeting was about emptying the house of your being, about pulling out the weeds of old beliefs, this journey is about consecrating the new temple. Many, after a great cleansing, make the fatal mistake of leaving the space empty for too long. And nature, as you know, abhors a vacuum. If you do not consciously choose what to plant in this soil, the old patterns, like stubborn weeds, will find a way to return. This is why this moment is so crucial. This is your last chance before the fire of the new moon is born. My purpose here is not to give you more things to think about. Your mind has already done its work. My purpose is to guide you in a signing ritual. The moment when you, as the author of your own reality, sign the new script of your life, not with ink, but with your own vibration, declaring to the universe unequivocally who you choose to be from now on. Leo energy does not respond to timid requests. It responds to sovereign decrees, and a decree to be valid needs a signature. This journey will culminate in an act of silent power, a simple ritual you can do in the stillness of your own space to seal your new identity and emit your new frequency to the cosmos. Do not underestimate the power of this act. Planting an intention is a wish. Signing an energetic contract is a commitment. It is your final word, your vibrational statement that says to the universe, the old me is dead. The new me begins now. And this is who I am. To do this, we must first understand the nature of this empty space you have created, this sacred vacuum that now fills you. We need to honor its vulnerability and recognize its immense power. And where does this power reside? It resides in the space you have bravely created by deconstructing your old self, in the vacuum. Most of the time, in our culture of incessant productivity and noise, we run from the void. We fear it. We fill it with distractions, with to-do lists, with old habits, with anything to avoid facing the silence and the absence of a script. But today, I invite you to look at this space not as an absence, but as the most potent of presences, the presence of pure potential. Welcome to the sacred vacuum. The first feeling upon inhabiting this vacuum may be disorientation, a kind of vertigo. It is the 0-point vertigo. The old character, with its rules, its fears, and its predictable reactions, has been thanked and retired. But the new protagonist has not yet taken the stage. And in this interlude, in this space between acts, you might feel formless, without a fixed identity. It's like an actor who, after playing the same role for 20 years, suddenly finds themselves in the dressing room without makeup and without a script and wonders, who am I really behind all the lines? Or like a trapeze artist who has let go of one bar and is in the air for a millisecond of pure faith before grabbing the next. That moment in the air, that breath between what was and what will be, is the 0 point. This can be a deeply frightening place. Your logical mind, which defines itself by labels and plans, may panic. It hates the unknown. It will try to offer you the old script back, whispering, "See, it was safer before. At least we knew who we were." It is crucial that you recognize this vertigo not as a sign that you are lost, but as proof that your liberation was real. The disorientation is the sign that you have left the old map behind and are, for the first time, ready to draw your own. It is the stillness of the sculptor before the block of marble, before the first chisel strike. The potential is infinite, and that can be dizzying. Within this disorientation, as you get used to the absence of a script, the second feeling arises, an immense vulnerability. Without the shield of your old character, without the automatic reactions that protected you, you may feel exposed, sensitive, almost transparent. Your defenses are down. But look closer. Feel the quality of this energy. This is not the vulnerability of the victim who fears attack. It is the fertile vulnerability of the creator. Think of the soil of a forest after a purifying fire. The landscape seems devastated, vulnerable, exposed to the sun and rain, without the old trees to protect it. But it is this very vulnerability, this very openness, that allows new seeds which previously could not reach the dark soil to finally find a place to germinate. Your being, now free from the shadow of the old trees of your old script, is in its most fertile state. You are radically open to receive the new. It is in this state of conscious vulnerability that true creation happens. And at the bottom of this sacred vacuum, beneath the vertigo and the vulnerability, there is a third feeling, quieter but undeniable, a quiet expectation. It is intuition whispering that something grand is about to happen. It is the feeling of being pregnant with a new self, with a new reality. It is the calm before the dawn. It is the silence of the theater, with the audience in their seats, moments before the orchestra's music begins. It is your soul in its infinite wisdom, knowing that the premiere is near, that the new protagonist is in the wings, ready to enter the stage. Vertigo, vulnerability, and expectation. These are the sacred signs of the vacuum. Honor this space. Do not be in a hurry to fill it with the noise of the world. It is the womb of your new identity. And it is in this state of fertile receptivity that we can begin to understand the nature of the signature we are about to emit. What is, on a deeper level, this vibrational signature that the cosmos is waiting for you to compose and send? To understand the nature of this signature we are about to emit, we need to delve into the mechanics of magic and manifestation. The universe does not operate primarily in the language of the words we speak, but in the language of frequency, of vibration, of the feeling we emanate. Every thought you hold, every emotion you allow to run through your body, every belief you harbor in your subconscious emits a note, a frequency. The sum of all these notes, the constant melody you transmit to the cosmos, is your vibrational signature. It is your true energetic identity. The old character we discussed in our last meeting had a very clear and often unconscious signature. It was a frequency of unworthiness, of fear of judgment, of the need to please to be loved. Even if you, with your conscious mind, made positive affirmations or set ambitious goals, your underlying vibration, your emotional background noise, continued to transmit the same old song to the cosmos. It's like trying to play a Mozart symphony on an out-of-tune piano. No matter how beautiful the sheet music in front of you is, your intentions, the sound that actually comes out of the instrument, your reality, will be dissonant and chaotic. The universe, like an audience with perfect pitch, does not respond to the sheet music you read, but to the sound your instrument actually produces. The phantom resonance, the inexplicable attraction to the same old situations and the same types of people, is the universe simply responding to your familiar, out-of-tune music, bringing more of what matches that frequency. The de-installation work we did was the act of silencing this out-of-tune piano, of creating the sacred vacuum. Now the stage is set for the great tuner, Thursday's new moon in Leo is what I call the royal seal. It is the most potent astrological moment of the year to recalibrate your energetic signature. Why? Let's get into the celestial mechanics. The new moon, as we've seen, is the 0 point, the sacred darkness where a new cycle can be born, where a new note can be played for the first time without the interference of the light or noise of the past cycle. And this new moon happens in the realm of Leo. Leo is the sign of the heart, which, according to the science of the HeartMath Institute, is our electromagnetic center, the organ that emits the most powerful and expansive energy field from our body, much stronger than that of the brain. Leo is ruled by the sun, the source of all authority and power in our system, and therefore, the new moon in Leo is the moment when we have the power from our heart, Leo, to emit a new fundamental note, a new intention, new moon, with maximum force and authority, sun. It is the opportunity to present your new symphony to the universe, to transmit your new vibrational signature. It is a seal, a declaration that will echo and define your reality for the next 6 months. The sacred vacuum you have cultivated by allowing yourself to feel the disorientation and vulnerability has cleansed your instrument. It has silenced the out-of-tune piano. The new moon in Leo is the opportunity to tune this instrument to a new song, a song of personal authority and radiant authenticity. And the signature we will create in the next chapter is the sacred sheet, music for this new song. Understanding this theory is fundamental, but the alchemy, the true magic, happens in practice. How then do we take the intention of our new protagonist, who now inhabits this fertile vacuum, and transform it into a symbolic and vibrational signature that the universe can read clearly? How do we compose our new sheet music? For that, there is a ritual of silent power. With the theory understood, we now enter the temple of practice. What follows is not just a list of instructions, it is a guided ceremony. It is the moment you cease to be a student of alchemy and become the alchemist. Let us officiate the sacred marriage of your mind and your heart. The protocol is a unique ceremony, divided into 3 sacred phases, to be done in the stillness of the next 24 hours, on the threshold of the new moon in Leo. The first phase is the creation of the sigil, the soul's ink. A sigil is a magical symbol, an energetic signature that represents a complex intention. It is your way of translating a sentence from the language of the mind into the language of the subconscious and the universe. Before you begin, prepare your space as if for an important ceremony. Find a time and place where you will not be interrupted. Light a candle, if you have one, to represent the flame of your leonine heart. Play some music without lyrics that elevates your soul. Take your journal, not just any notebook, but the one that holds your truths and your favorite pen. Breathe deeply, slowly, 3 times. With each exhale, release the energy of the old character. With each inhale, call in the presence of your new protagonist. Now go back to the work we did in our previous meeting. Find the sentence, the motto, that you wrote for your new protagonist. Read it out loud. Feel its power vibrating in your chest. My worth is innate, and my expression is necessary. I am the author of my story. This is your power statement, the foundation of our ritual. It is crucial to understand why this process is so powerful. The logical mind, ruled by Mercury, thinks in sentences. The subconscious, our deep mind, thinks in symbols, in images. By transforming your intention into a glyph, you are translating a desire from the language of the conscious mind into the language of the subconscious. You are creating a key that opens a door directly to your inner control room. bypassing the skepticism of your inner critic. Therefore, as you draw, do not do it with an analytical mind. Do it with a playful and artistic intention, as if you were creating your own secret signature. Let's get to the process. Write your sentence in capital letters on a clean sheet of paper. Then, with another pen, cross out all the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Next, cross out all the repeated letters. Look at the consonants that remain. They are the bones, the structure of your intention. Now, on a new page, begin to draw, to combine these remaining letters into a single symbol that is aesthetically pleasing and powerful to you. There is no right or wrong. Play with the shapes, overlap the letters, stylize them. This is your personal sigil, your magical signature. The second phase is the vibrational charging, the heart's intention. Now that the symbol is created, the vessel is ready. Let us fill it with life and energy. Hold the paper with your sigil in your hands. Close your eyes. Breathe directly into your heart, the realm of Leo. Remember the feeling of your new protagonist. How do they feel in your body? Confident? Brave? Free? Creative? Evoke that emotion in your body. Now don't think about it. Feel it. Feel it as a golden warmth expanding in your chest, a force that straightens your spine, a lightness in your shoulders. Let that emotion grow and fill every cell of your being. Now visualize this emotional energy leaving your heart, traveling down your arms, passing through your hands, and entering the paper. See your sigil, your drawing, beginning to shine with this golden light. Continue projecting this emotion, this feeling, into the symbol until you feel that it is pulsating with your intention, alive, vibrant, charged. And the third and final phase is the burning and release, the sending to the cosmos. This is the final act, the sending of your signature. With extreme care and safety, in a fireproof container, bring the paper with your charged sigil to the flame of your candle. As you watch the paper catch fire, understand what is happening on an energetic level. You are not destroying your intention, you are releasing it from the physical plane, from matter to the energetic plane, the ether. You are transforming matter into energy, sending your new vibrational signature to the cosmos. Watch the smoke rise. It is your prayer, your decree, rising to the heart of the universe at the exact and most fertile moment of the new moon. After the burning, do not rush to your next task. Remain in silence for a few moments. This is a sacred moment of vacuum. Place your hands over your heart. Breathe. Feel the space that has been created. Now the most important step of all, release the outcome. Your part, the act of signing and sending the decree, is complete. The how and the when your new reality will manifest no longer belong to you. Trying to control the outcome is an act of distrust that weakens the magic. Trust that your new signature has been received by the universe. Your only task now is to begin to act and feel like the new protagonist you have just declared. The ritual is complete. The contract has been signed and sealed with fire. You are no longer a spectator of your life. You are an active co-creator. Now the silence, the waiting, the trust. The ceremony has ended, and what remains is to live from this new signature. And with this final act of release, the ceremony is complete. The ink of your soul has dried on the parchment of the cosmos. What you have just done was not just a visualization exercise or a simple ritual. It was an act of sovereign magic. It was the moment in which you ceased to be a prisoner of an old script written by fear and the need for survival, and became the conscious author, the director, and the protagonist of your own story. The transformation that is born from this ritual is peace, the deep peace that comes from finally silencing the internal civil war that consumed your energy. There is no longer a divorce between what you feel and what you think. The marriage has been consummated. Your logical mind and your intuitive heart now walk together as allies, as lovers, each honoring the wisdom of the other. Your new energetic signature is no longer that of dissonance and conflict, but of coherence and alignment. And a coherent human being whose words, thoughts, feelings, and actions are aligned in a single direction is one of the most powerful and magnetic forces in the universe. This power is not loud or arrogant. It is a silent force. It is the personal authority that emanates from someone who knows who they are and who decrees their own reality, instead of waiting for the world to define it. You no longer need the outside world to tell you who you are or what you deserve. You just told the world. Many will arrive at tomorrow's new moon with vague intentions, hoping that magic will fall from the sky like rain. They will throw seeds of desire onto a soil that was not prepared, into a mind that still operates with the old script, and they will wonder why nothing blooms. But not you. You have done the sacred work of plowing the field, of removing the weeds of the old character, and now of signing the contract for your new harvest. You are not waiting for magic. You have conjured it. If you have felt the power of this ritual, if you are ready to live from this new signature of personal authority and authenticity, anchor this energy in your reality by liking this video. And as your final seal, your act of notifying the universe that the contract has been sealed and the message received, go to the comments section and declare your new reality. Write the words, "Signature sent." Feel the finality and the power in this declaration. You are no longer asking for permission. You are informing the cosmos of the new frequency on which you will operate. Read the declarations of other authors and feel the strength of not being alone in this rewrite. And share this ceremony with all the dormant screenwriters you know, those who are ready to pick up the pen and rewrite their own lives. Finally, subscribe and turn on notifications, because signing the contract is the beginning. The next step is to live according to it. The ritual is complete. Your new contract with the universe has been signed and sent. Now observe. Tomorrow's new moon is no longer a hope. It is a response. It is the first day of your new life under your new signature. Be attentive to the signs, to the synchronicities, to the new doors that will open, responding not to who you were, but to who you have just declared yourself to be. The premiere has begun.